Well, happy Friday, and you have no idea what we're talking about.
Nope, not one
Absolutely
bit.
nothing. But there's a few. Now, first of all, we'll get the unpleasantries out of the way. You do have more clothing than just the Broncos T-shirt.
I do.
Okay.
I have at least 3 more articles of clothing.
Well, good. Okay, that means that our pay is lavish here. So, all right, so let's get started. So today we're talking about what happens if your employer starts getting mad at you or telling you you can't schedule your medical appointments during work hours. Ooh. Has that ever come up with you? Say yes.
Yes, that has.
Not that we would ever criticize you for scheduling medical appointments, but oftentimes we get injured. Our clients will say, well, I can't go because my employer doesn't want me to have my therapy appointments during work. They get mad at me, etc. And so what happens if we do that? So what are some other things that we hear from clients saying about medical appointments and their employers, etc.?
We will get that they don't want me to do it during work time. Mm-hmm. They don't want me to leave early to travel to it. Mm-hmm. I mean, kind of wraps into that, but...
Or I have to clock out.
Yeah.
They make me clock out, and so now I'm losing wages, etc. And then, of course, nobody tells me that what my rights are, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, so we basically see a number of things happen with clients and their medical appointments and their employers. Okay, so rule number 1. Your top priority when you're injured on the job is to go to medical care and get better and get back to being 100%. And with that in mind, your top priority is absolutely to attend each and every medical appointment that's scheduled and give it your best, and to be able to heal up and get back 100% so that you can continue to live life and support your family. So that means that if it's a choice between work and a scheduled medical appointment, you need to go to the medical appointment. Number 2. Your employer cannot and should not be intimidating you or trying to punish you for scheduling medical appointments. So if you start getting that, that's a big sign you need an attorney. Someone from our office can help. We have actually had to go to pre-hearings to get orders from pre-hearing judges directing employers not to prohibit our clients from going to their medical appointments. Number 3, that being said, if your medical provider gives you a choice of I've got appointment 1 and appointment 2, and 1 is during work hours and 2 is not during work hours, we do recommend that you work with your employer and pick the appointment that's outside of work hours. And because the more time you can be working, etc., that's better for you financially and in terms of your health well-being. But if you're not given a choice, and you're only given 1 appointment, and don't have any other appointments available when you're not working, then by all means you get the appointment whenever it is and you go to it. Number 4, what happens, Nick, if the employer says, yes, okay, you go, but you got to clock out?
Well, now you're qualifying for lost wages.
And how is that, Nick?
Because if you are not making what your average weekly wage was, you will then make up 2/3 of the difference.
And so that's really important. I want you to understand that if you have a medical appointment and you have to clock out, and now when we look at your paycheck compared to your average paycheck before the injury, and we can show that you missed 2, 3, 4 hours of work because of medical appointments during that week, you get your pay, plus the insurance company owes you what's called temporary partial disability, and that is 2/3 of the lost wages. And so it's really important if you start losing hours of work because you're signing out for work due to work injury appointments, that you keep track of them so we can make sure that you get fully compensated. Finally, what happens if I work from like 8 to 5 and my medical appointment is at 3 and I get out at 4? What should I do?
If it's possible, you should try to return back to work and get what you can in, but there are times where that might not be possible.
And the big thing we would recommend is that you talk with your supervisor. Hey, I'm going to get out of that medical appointment at 4, and by the time I get back here, it's going to be 4:30. Do you want me to come back or not? But the important thing is that you don't do anything that allows them to say that you're just, going to the medical appointment and then just going home without contacting them. As always, communicate with your employer and your supervisor. And 9 times out of 10, it's a good relationship. They should work with you. But like Nick says, you should try to keep working just as normally as you can. Okay?
Yeah.
So, hope this is helpful to you. And as always, if you or someone you know is injured on the job, please let them know that here in Colorado there is a law firm. This is all we do. We help injured workers, and we would love to help you or your loved ones in your time of need. Call us at 970-356-9898, and we'd be happy to help you.